Hello friends, today we are going to learn our second poem. Trees are the kindest things I know. Here the title. You must know the title and the poem because in our new syllabus there is the question related to poem, and that is appreciation of the poem. You must write down the title. That means the name in a simple language. Trees are the kindest things I know, by the poet Harry Bell. That means the writer of the poem, whom we call as a poet, Harry Bell. Let's see, some new words are here in that poem. So today, in this lecture, we just see the first stanza of our poem. Look at the first, some new words in our first stanza. So the first word is boughs. That boughs means branches. It is related to tree. Maybe there will be the activity in that poem. You should or you have to write down the words related to tree. So that's why the bough is the word which is related to tree. That means in a simple language branches. मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला काय म्हणतो फांद्या. Then Halvan. That means Halvan means it is the name of a festival which is celebrated in Western countries usually. So let's see. Just listen carefully. I read the first stanza here. Trees are the kindest things I know. They do not harm. They simply grow and spread a shade for sleepy cows and gather birds among their boughs. They give us fruit and leaves above and wood to make our houses of, and leaves to burn on Hallowen, and in the spring new birds of green. That is our first stanza. Let's explain the lines, what the poet wants to describe here. Here in that poem, poet tells us the importance of trees, how trees help birds as well as animals, at the same time human beings also. Let's see. Trees are the kindest things I know. In short, poet wants to tell us the kindest, like persons, like animals, trees are also the kindest things. So why poet thinks like that? Because according to the poet, he says they do not harm. Look, why poet wants to say that the trees are kindest? Because they never harm anyone. They simply grow. Look at the first word here, simply grow. I just write down here one of the activity describing what. So the first word is in our title, kindest things. Things is the noun, kindest is the describing word. In our other word, we can call them as a noun and adjectives. Things is the noun, kindest is the adjective. For that adjective, we use here the new word describing word. And spread a shade for sleepy cows. Now here poet tells us the tree serves the birds as well as animals. And here how tree helps the birds and the animals. Shade. Spread a shade for sleepy cows. Then gather birds among their boughs. Look, here in that two sentences just tells us how tree is helpful for the animals and birds. Tree gives shade for the cows. Under the cow, the trees are under the cow, the animals are sleeping. For example, poet gives the example of cows. Like that, birds also gathered in that box. At the same time, once again in the next two lines, he tells us how trees help the human beings also. They give us fruits in leaves above and wood to make our houses of. Look, two helps provided by trees here. First of all, we know tree gives us fruit. Then once again, tree gives us wood. There are many helps for the human beings by the tree. We know that. We get oxygen from the trees. Not only fruits, we get flowers also. Many things are there. But look, the last two lines just tells us, and leaves to burn on Halloween, and in the spring new birds are green. One of the festival mentioned here by the poet, which is celebrated in Western countries. So that's why here the last word, new birds. Birds is the noun and new is the describing word or adjective. So during that poem we get some rhyming pairs. For example, no, grow, cows, bows, Halloween, green. These are the rhyming pairs mentioned in that poem. You have to write down all that words in your notebook. Then look at that. Some questions are here which we describe here, which we explain here. How do trees serve birds and animals? There are two helps placed by the poet. First of all, for the cows, tree gives or tree provides shade, and for the birds, they are gathered in their boughs. At the same time, how do trees offer human beings? Tree gives food, that means some fruits, and at the same time wood also for making their house. So in this way we see the first stanza. We will see our next topic in our next video. Thank you.